If you're trying to decide between ZoomInfo and UpLead for your outreach, stop what you're doing because picking the wrong one won't just cost you money, but opportunities. And I won't be talking about which one looks fancier or which one your buddy recommended. I'll be talking about which one actually puts you in front of real decision makers and gets meetings booked. Because as an email duty consultant, I personally use both of these platforms to run outreach for my clients. So in this comparison video, you're not getting some ChatGPT answers here. You're getting the real no BS difference, the one that doesn't even get advertised. But here's the thing you need to keep in mind, which is whether you end up going with ZoomInfo or UpLead, you'll be sending cold emails. Unfortunately, it is only getting harder for cold emails to reach inbox, especially if your domain health score is low. And the last thing you want to do is spend thousands of dollars of your hard-earned money and hundreds of hours learning these platforms just for your emails to end up in spam. So before doing anything, you want to scroll down to the description of the video and book yourself a free email duty consultation call with me so I can guide you on how you can get your score up for free so that your emails increase sales, not spam. Now let's get to the comparison. So here's what most people get wrong about the comparison, which is ZoomInfo and UpLead are not even in the same league. People throw them in the same bucket because they both give you B2B contacts. The way they charge you and who they're actually for are totally different. You see, ZoomInfo is an enterprise-grade intelligence platform. That means we're talking about intent data, technographic, org charts, buying signals, the whole machine. It is really established for sales teams with SDRs, with big budgets and long sales cycles where one deal's closed justifies the spend. But UpLead is a streamlined pay-as-you-go prospecting tool. It is focused on one thing, giving you accurate, verified contacts without the extra fills. So it's not a sequencing tool, it doesn't have a built-in dialer, nor does it have any intent signals. Just clean data you can export and plug into whatever outreach tool you're using. So the real question isn't which one has more feature, it is, do you need an entire sales intelligence ecosystem or do you just need reliable data that you can do whatever you want with it? Now let's talk about pricing, because this is where the decision gets to be made for most people, and rightfully so. As you've guessed, ZoomInfo is much more expensive and the price is not even public. You have to get on a sales call just to find out what you will be paying. And once you do, you're typically looking at annual contracts starting at $15,000 to $25,000 per year for a single user. And if you want intent data, more credits, extra seats, your price will go up fast. Now, on the other hand, UpLead starts at $99 a month for 170 credits. And the professional plan runs about $199 a month, and even their highest plan is still well under the $400. And the better part is that there is no annual lock-in required. You can pay month to month, and every credit gives you a verified email, so you're not paying for data that bounces. Now, so does cheaper automatically mean better? Well, no. Because if you're running a 10% and above outbound team closing mid-market to enterprise deals worth 6 figures, then ZoomInfo depth and intelligence features could pay for themselves in a single deal that you close. But if you're a founder, a small agency, or just operating on a lean budget, then spending $20,000 a year on ZoomInfo before you even nailed your messaging and deliverability, that is just you putting money on fire. So here's my honest take. Most people watching this won't need ZoomInfo yet. Start with UpLead, prove your outreach converts, and then graduate to ZoomInfo when the deal sizes become bigger, and so does your team. And speaking of proving results with your outreach, if you're out there and you're not getting the results you're looking for, then you want to book a free email call with me using the same link so I can show you exactly what is going wrong in your outreaches so you can get results as well. Now on to the data quality. Which one has better contacts? This is the part everyone wants to know, because the better your data, the better your results. So let me be very straightforward with you. ZoomInfo has been the golden standard for data depth, especially when it comes to mid-market and enterprise contacts. Their verification methods run deeper. They update records more frequently for larger organizations, and when you need direct dials for VP level and C-suite decision makers at companies that are worth reaching, then ZoomInfo delivers on that. Now, UpLead takes a different approach. Their entire selling point is real-time email verification. That means every single email you pull from UpLead gets verified at the point of export, so that you're not paying for dead emails as we mentioned. But you have to bear in mind that their database is much smaller, around 160 million contacts compared to ZoomInfo 300 plus million contacts. UpLead's data accuracy shines better when it comes to small to mid-sized businesses than compared to enterprises where ZoomInfo is much stronger. Also bear in mind, ZoomInfo massive database doesn't mean every contact is current. You still will have sometimes outdated records, especially when it comes to smaller companies or fast moving startups where people change roles constantly. So here's what I tell every client. If your ICP is small businesses and mid-markets and you're on the lower budget, then UpLead will be better for you. But if you want to make sure that when you're going to the mid-market enterprise closing big deals, you're not missing on data, then ZoomInfo is your answer. Now here's the bottom line on where each platform shines so you can decide for yourself. You see, UpLead wins in simplicity and speed. You can log in, you can search, you export your verified contacts, and you're done. There's no learning curve, there's no onboarding call, there's no 45-minute demo just to figure out where things are. So for people who just need clean data fast, UpLead is your best friend. And even the filtering is surprisingly decent because you can filter by industry, you can filter by company size, revenue, job titles, location, technologies used, and so on. Plus, with their technographics data, you can see what software a company is running, which is gold if you're selling a product that integrates with that software perfectly. And that can be your cold email copy that is more relevant to your prospects. Now, where ZoomInfo shine is the whole ecosystem starting with intent data. This is ZoomInfo's killer feature because it tells you which companies are actively researching topics that are related to what you sell right now. That means instead of doing a pure cold outreach, you're reaching people who are already looking for your solution. And that changes your conversions for the better. And they also give you an organization chart mapping so you can see who's the full buying committee, not just one contact. And their integration with CRMs like Salesforce and HubSpot goes way deeper than what UpLead offers. So if your sales process involves multiple touch points across a team, ZoomInfo can't even be compared with UpLead. So here's what you should do. If your budget is under $500 a month for a data platform, then go for UpLead because it's better for you to spend the rest of your money on the email infrastructure, such as your email deliverability, such as your warm-up, and spending it on other marketing channels, such as advertisements. But if you're in the high-ticket business and you have the budget for, and one deal itself is worth thousands of dollars that you cannot afford to risk, then ZoomInfo is your best bet. Just bear in mind that regardless of which tool you pick, none of it matters if your cold emails then end up in spam. And I've seen people spend thousands of dollars a month on data tools and outreach softwares and still wonder why they're getting no results. Especially when their data is top-notch, their messaging is personalized, but it's the fact that their emails aren't even being seen because they're ending in spam. So if you haven't booked your call yet, you want to scroll down and you want to book your free email duty consultation call with me so I can make sure that that is not happening to you, because it's one thing for you to lose money, but it's a much bigger thing for you to lose time in your business.